Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So today I bring you Pantheon Samira, which is one of the best decks in the patch. If you want to climb and you want to climb consistently, this is a deck, one of the decks that I recommend. I've been avoiding kind of showing it because I feel like there's a lot of Samira decks that I've been showing in the channel. But honestly, screw it. Samira is present in like 50% of the decks in the meta for a good reason, because Samira is a very, very good champion. You combine that with Pantheon and you get a pretty crazy 1-2 punch, because the idea here is that the flares from Samira count towards the Pantheon level up anytime that you actually click challenge on her, challenge on one of your units with your flare. And the challenge is really nice with stuff like the Wounded White Flame, which can trade into almost anything that the opponent can have as well. So this deck is one of the best decks in the game right now. If you're planning to play in this coming Saturday's Runeterra Open, I either recommend you think about playing this deck or think about how you're going to beat this deck, because I do expect this deck to have a pretty big presence in the tournament. But anyways, hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this matchup, we're going to get Fizz Samira. So Pantheon Samira versus Fizz Samira. The Pandemonium is always going to be a problem. Ooh, okay, both of these cards feel really good. I don't think I keep the spans just yet. Ah, man. It's one problem, right? I'm never playing Samira first, because the opponent's going to have their own Samira in turn 2, potentially. Ideally, I want to play Samira and obviously have access to the Wounded White Flame and be able to pull using the Samira Flare to trigger the Fader. The problem is that I can never play Samira here unless the opponent taps out of having Samira. So I'm not allowed to play Samira here, because the opponent could have their own Samira. And that's a problem. I guess we could just play it next turn, I guess, right? We can go Squire into Samira and just chill. So we Squire. The reason I want to play Samira now is because it's the best way to try to. Ooh, wow. This is weird, but I have to do this so that we can start leveling up the Pantheon. So this is weird to play this challenge like this, but I have to. I guess, you know what I should have done? I should have not attacked. Well, no, because I needed the flare. I needed the flare back. I did need to attack. I was gonna say I should have not attacked, because now the opponent gets their own Samira. But I think this is fine. We have the Tailstones, right? So we'll be able to go for the Whirling Death. I guess the opponent could have their own second Samira. If they have all out, it beats the Whirling Death. So maybe it's better to... No, the Sharpen Resolve also gets beat by it. Stylish Shot. Taskmaster. Okay, so yeah, so this is gonna be the... this is gonna be the thing. Oh, okay. So again, if we go like this, we'll be losing Samira for sure. The problem is that no matter what we play, we don't have enough to ever level up this Samira. Not to level her up, to ever say. I guess, you know, we should go like this. We should force the opponent. Never mind. I was gonna say we should force the opponent to actually have to play the all out to kill her, but we ended up not getting anything that gives me health, so the opponent is able to kill her no matter what. That's fine. That's fine. I'll say that, but the opponent could easily just pull this Samira here, and then we're gonna get hit with the Fearsome. I guess at this point we should just go for the Pantheon level up. Oh wow, they're just gonna go for the pirouette. So the opponent wants it. I mean, I cannot block the Fearsome, and you still have to drag with Samira. So sure. Like I can't block with the Fearsome, and you still have to pull with the Samira. Like if you were always pulling with Samira, I guess the opponent just didn't want me to get the blade. So I'll take the 4. I'll let the Samira live. We have Pantheon next turn, and we're gonna pull their Samira with Pantheon. And the reason I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Pantheon first is because at this point, the way that I win is gonna be Pantheon leveling up. So having this Pantheon, I guess we can put. Well, I guess we don't have to. I guess we can go for the Wounded White Flame. Yeah, I guess we can go for the Wounded White Flame instead of the Pantheon. Because we can play the Pantheon next turn as a barrier blocker. So the Wounded White Flame is going to get big enough anyways. Unless the opponent has Pirouette. The opponent has leveled up Samira though, and that is a problem. So the only punish is if the opponent has a second Pirouette. Oh, it's just a monkey business, alright. So they're just trying to get their plunder triggers. We'll go ahead and pull the Samira. Opponent's gonna get the 0-cost flare.
Try to keep up.
Pandemonium is gonna be at 3, right? 1, 2, and then the Jagged Taskmaster.
No need to
Of course,
make a
opponent
name
gets the
for
second
myself.
Samira, but
Just
again,
an
that I
impression.
guess that should be okay. We do have access to. I'm gonna keep my mana. Ideally, I would have liked to use this, but I'm gonna keep my mana. If this Pantheon gets lifesteal, I think we are chilling. You're always gonna hit your stuff, so I don't really care what you do here, because I'm gonna have to have the Whirling Death. No matter what, a second Pirouette will be a problem though. I will say that a second Pirouette will be a problem. So we're gonna have to go like this. So this is 2, 3 plus 4. That's 9. We have exactly 9. So we do have exactly 9. So we can go here. We need to have the blocker. We need to have the blocker and not take that damage. Opponent has double flare, remember that. This one gets stunned. We play the Wounded White Flame. And we're gonna have to willing death this Samira, and opponent could pick a willing death here now, so it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work anymore. Wow! Because the opponent just has my own willing death to hit me back. So now they get the rally. Oh wait, no, they didn't pick the willing death. Wait, so I'm chilling now, right? I guess the opponent gets the level up. The opponent will get the level up, but that means that they cannot. So opponent will get the rally. So opponent gets the rally, but the rally doesn't matter. We can't block the Fearsome. So we cannot block the Fearsome. So we're gonna take 4.
I've got the race.
I guess at this point it doesn't matter, right? So let's play around the opponent having an all-out. We cannot block the Fearsome now, but we can block it on the swing back. So let's just play around the opponent having all-out. Oh, okay, that doesn't save it, right? That doesn't save it because all we have is Guiding Touch and Fisher Whack. The opponent can go for the Flare here, and that will give them access to the rally, but the rally doesn't do anything here. The rally doesn't really do anything for them. We know that the opponent has one more card that we haven't seen yet. Well, we know that the opponent stole one of my cards, right? So this is going to be a Guiding Touch, Fisher Whack, or Eula, and we don't know about it. So we don't have to worry about anything that's in their deck. We just need to worry about our own hand. We have Pantheon next turn, and we can have the Fisher Whack. So even if the opponent gets the rally here by going for a burn. Now the problem is that the opponent has 1, 2, 3 because they get the Sally shot. They have 3 burn. They have 3 burn in their hand. We have a Guiding Touch, which is not bad. But they got 3 burn in their hand because of the Sally shot comes back. We can go Pantheon, and if we get lifesteal, I think we just win. So let's go here first. Again, we know that the opponent has Eula or Guiding Touch. They click the Guiding Touch. They have 2 cards now. They go 1 damage here. Hard Chain. Okay, so if his Pantheon gets lifesteal, we're okay. If Pantheon gets lifesteal, we're okay. If he doesn't, we're in trouble. I need a lifesteal. We don't get the lifesteal. We get Overwhelm, Fearsome, Spell Shield, Faded. That sucks. Pirouette here, so the opponent has 1, 2 more burn. So we go down to 3. I guess I can just go like this, and this is fine. Opponent's drawing 2 cards next turn. We do have the Furious Wielder to kill anything, and we have the Guiding Touch to heal us too. We go down to 3. This doesn't matter. Opponent has 3 cards that they just drew. Anything but Pandemonium is good for us. If his Pandemonium is a problem, we do still have access to 3, 4, 2. That's gonna be 9. So we could go Eula.
I excel at making heads turn and throw.
Right? So we could go Eula. Opponent gets another burn. So they have 1, 2, 3 burn here. They're gonna get another one. We always gonna have to kill this Samira with the Furious Wielder. There's no question about that. So we always gonna kill the Samira with the Furious Wielder. Opponent's gonna, but the opponent has the Overwhelm, right? So the opponent has the Overwhelm, so they can just challenge something here with the Overwhelm. So maybe what we need to do is actually go. So they're gonna always challenge one of my units. That's gonna be 3 damage. They have the Overwhelm here.
I will stand for us all.
1. Okay, so 1 card left. This is 1, 2. I think we actually have to kill the Elegant Age. We have to actually kill the Elegant Edge instead, right? We have blockers for everything. We did a mistake. Pantheon is gonna die here. We did make a mistake here. Pantheon is gonna die, but I guess if the opponent drags with Elegant Edge, he doesn't die. If they don't drag, then that's a mistake. They don't get the rally here as soon as I kill Samira. Like if they're not dragging with the Elegant Edge, I think that's a mistake. You want to drag. The problem is, so we can go down to 1, right? We'll go down to 1 because the opponent's gonna have triple flare. Yep. Oh well, actually no, because they have to spend 1 of this for the challenger, right? They have to spend 1 of this for the challenger. We can kill Samira very easily. We can just go ahead and do it with this guy. He's gonna have the Overwhelm. So we go here. We kill this. Opponent has flare, and the Samira doesn't level up here, right? And the Samira doesn't rally because opponent only has 1 card left. So the opponent doesn't get the rally this turn. We kill the Samira, kill the Elegant Age, and then next turn we have Overwhelm, and we're okay. What we can do next turn is have the rally. So let's go here, trigger the Faded. Next turn we don't even need to do the Guiding Touch. Opponent only has 1 card that they can get. So I think I'm fine, right? We can just go Guiding here. Yeah, we just go like this, and this is game. Opponent doesn't have lethal at burst speed, right? Because they at most they can only have a warning shot. That's why if we were like cheaper, right? If we were like a 1 HP, then yes, I would have gone ahead and go for the Guiding Touch first. Like if we knew that the opponent had like if we were only at 3 HP to start the turn, I always would have done Guiding Touch to my Noxus first to heal up to 5, so that we play around the flare warning shot, right? But since we were at 4 HP, I know that the flare warning shot doesn't kill me, so I could always just save the Guiding Touch for my own units, so I could go Guiding Touch, Spell Cascade. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Ashe, Sett, and Sejuani. I wonder what is this deck, huh? I like having the Pantheon early. I don't know if I like the Blaze Squire. I think I'm gonna keep the Lunary Cultist because it gives me access to the gem. So now we can actually go Lunary Cultist, have the Darkin Ballista, and we can start leveling up this Pantheon sooner rather than later, right? I think keeping the Pantheon is correct because our hand should allow me to level up Pantheon in a good position. So yeah, so we go, ooh, double Omen Hawk, wow. So we go here, we'll go here. We'll have the gem, right? So we'll have the gem to heal her back up, even after we attack.
No moon, no sun.
Okay. So we get for the gem here, and then next turn we can go for the Wounded Wifeling. Again, just trying to level up this Pantheon as soon as we can. Opponent's playing Ionia, which is a little bit concerning, but I'm really having a hard time thinking of what the opponent could have in Ionia. We won't be able to really do much here. I mean, they're gonna freeze this. Oh wow. Alright, let's go here. Let's go Darkin Lodestone on this guy now. I'm down to just open attack. I mean, this is a pretty big attack, right? This is a pretty big attack. Yeah, I think I'm cool with this. I wonder, Well, the problem is Sejuani. The problem is Sejuani. I was wondering if it's ever worth it. I mean, we could save this with Guiding Touch. I don't mind that. Like, I don't want to play this Pantheon out now, even though it seems tempting, just because of that Guiding Touch. The opponent has Sejuani, and the opponent also has Sett. So either Sejuani or Sett could be bad for Pantheon next turn if we play the Pantheon now. I think we just go ahead and commit the Guiding Touch on the Wounded White Flame and just have this big Wounded White Flame on the field that the opponent's gonna have to deal with. If they just go like this, that's fine. I just commit another gem. We should have probably started with the gem, by the way, and the Wounded White Flame. We lost that on 2 extra damage for no reason. Okay, so hear me out. Sejuani is gonna be 5 damage. We can get Pantheon here to 3. And it's not enough. If we play Pantheon now, we're kind of trolling, right? I think if we play Pantheon now, we're kind of trolling. Is it ever worth it to put... What if we just put the Spell Shield on this Wounded White Flame? What if we just put the Spell Shield on this Wounded White Flame? And just have a unit that I know is at least a little bit protected from the opponent having access to their things. I'm also down to have Pantheon come down with 6 keywords instead of just 5. But I'm also fine to just play him now, right? Because he's going to be a barrier unit that the opponent cannot attack into. Sett. Okay. So the Sett does mean that this thing is gonna die. We could just level him up right now. How bad is that? We could just level him up right now. Because no matter what, I kind of want to get the Pantheon to be big though. Like I kind of want to get this Pantheon to be big, so I kind of want to put the gem on the Pantheon instead of the Wounded White Flame. So how do we do this? We could also just play the Camphor. We could also just play the Camphor now. It's gonna be a 6/5 that also has Spell Shield. So just a way for me to be able to block their Ashe. And we can just play the gem afterwards. We can play the gem on the Wounded White Flame. So this is a great blocker for Ashe. Obviously, this is gonna get pulled. This is gonna get frozen, sorry. This has Spell Shield, so opponent still has to deal with this. And with 4 mana, I don't think they have a way to really kill it, right? If the opponent gets rid of this, yeah, I mean, if the opponent gets rid of this, I think I was fine with that too. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it like this. Now, the only downside here is that the opponent can now attack with Ashe, and the the Wounded White Flame gets frozen. And we'll have to sacrifice the Camphor into the Ashe. I wanted to kill this, right? I wanted to kill this because I want to transfer this equipment over.
Welcome to the arena.
I would rather transfer this equipment over. This is an interesting... I'm really confused what Soko is playing, right? Like Ashe, Hearthguard. Okay, cool. Yeah, having this equipment available I think is cool. Again, we're going to just bring down this Pantheon with 6 keywords, and I think that's fine. Okay, now we have the Tailstones, and I kind of like the idea of this. Do I still want to do that? This has the Darkened Lodestone, so I don't want to take it out of them yet. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go here. We'll play the Pantheon for 6 keywords. Have 1 extra keyword that we can play with. And we have access to the Noxian Tailstones if necessary. This should potentially give me access to Spell Shield as well, with 6 keywords. If anything, we maybe get the Challenger. We don't get... We get the Spell Shield, we don't get the Challenger. We get Lifesteal, Fury, Augment, Brash. That's not bad. Here's my thought. What if we just keep... Like, if we go like this and we keep that Ashe alive, like, how scared am I of Ashe? I think I'm actually more scared of Sett than I am of Ashe. I'm more scared of the Sett than I am of the Ashe, if I'm being completely honest. That's a big Omen Hawk. Two of the Omen Hawks hit that Omen Hawk. That's kind of funny. I'm more scared of the Sett than I am with the Ashe. I think the Ashe, look, the Ashe hasn't frozen a single time just yet. This Sett level up is gonna be the easy way for the opponent to give him. I mean, having triple spell shield is kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie. Like spell shield is kind of gross. We can kill this Sett because again we have access to the Whirling Death. So even if the opponent, yeah, if the opponent had tried to go for something here, the Whirling Death would have gotten us there. I don't think we ever committed there, right? I don't think we have ever supposed to commit it there. Let's play the Saga Seeker now. I have the mana to do it. And then we just chill. This Pantheon is kind of small. Yeah, the Sett is really my biggest concern. This Pantheon is kind of small. But we do have access to the Whirling Death, so we should be able to be protected against everything. And of course, they get the second Sett. We almost protected against everything except for a second Sett. Because the problem with the second Sett is that he can survive the strike. Right? So he can survive the strike. And that's a problem.
Our banner will lead the way.
I'm down to Pel Cascadus. Yeah, I'm down to kill this Hearthguard if the opponent would have given it to me. Let's go Guiding Touch here. Let's just make sure that we're in a good spot here. And I guess, do I need to do this? Probably not, right? Let's make sure that this is in a healthy state. So once again, this time around, I don't think I care about this guy dying. But once again, we want to make sure that we kill that Sett, right? So this time around, I think I'm going to go like this instead. And the Sett is the biggest unit that we have to worry about. Because of this is the second Sett. Unless the opponent is playing, if the opponent is playing a 2-2-2 split, then no matter what, this is going to be their second Sett. And after we kill the Setts, again, I don't care about the Ashe. This is the one card that scares me. Opponent will have to commit double freezes here to freeze this. And then they get punished by the Knots and Tailstones anyways. Unfortunately, we didn't get quick attack here, but the regen does bring my Pantheon back to full health. Even if the opponent blocks like this. Place your bets again. So yeah, so they're gonna just go ahead and and get the showstopper now while they can. But you're required, I mean, this gives you 8 mana total, freeze. Oh, that's a good freeze there. That's a good freeze there. Needs another freeze though. Needs another freeze though. And that's not gonna work. I mean, I guess they can kill my Pantheon. So they can kill my Pantheon with the showstopper. Right? So they're gonna be able to kill my Pantheon with the showstopper. So I guess we'll go ahead and just go for the Furious Wielder. So we can go for the Furious Wielder and just kill this guy. And then we'll play the Naganeka out, and that will kill the Ashe. No reason to put it on the Pantheon. I mean, the Pantheon doesn't have any equipment anyways, but if we put it on the Pantheon's gonna get showstopper here anyways. The only downside is that we lose both units here. We're gonna lose that spell shield. No way. Oh, I think I have to commit it. If the opponent goes for the recall, I have to commit. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you go for the recall, I have to commit it. So that's the second Sett. Again, the downside here is the fact that we're gonna lose 3 units, Pantheon and both of these. But I think we just play the Naganeka, and then we're gonna also get a second Naganeka now. Actually, I guess we can just play this one, and now the opponent's gonna lose their Ashe. So the opponent loses their Ashe for free. We lost the spell shield, so now we're more vulnerable to the freezes. But that was the second Sett. So again, I don't have to worry about Sett anymore. And we still have 2 more Pantheons in our deck that we're gonna get eventually. That's another spell shield unit right there. Sejuani is a problem, I guess. But it's not like she's leveled up. No, opponent just has the second Ashe. So opponent just has a second Ashe, which still dies to this Naganeka. So do we need to do anything? We don't need to do anything. She's still gonna die to this Naganeka if the opponent has nothing else in their hand. Because this happens at the round end. And if the opponent freezes this is one way to play around it. But we do have the second one, right? We have the second one that we can use. So we have to wait to see what the opponent does first. For them to save this Ashe, they have to preempt. They have to proactively freeze my Naganeka, which is not what you want to do with freezes, right? You want to use the freezes reactively when I'm attacking, because the Ashe is gonna freeze the Wounded Wifeflame. It doesn't freeze the Naganeka. Now, if the opponent attacks with the Ashe, we don't block. We just press OK.
You own what you take.
Okay, so now the opponent is making it so that obviously my... No, because the Ashe is still the strongest unit. So the Ashe is still the strongest unit. So it's still gonna just kill the Ashe, right? Yeah, it still kills the Ashe because the Ashe is at 7.
Attack. Swiftly now.
There is one option to just block now. So the opponent has 2 mana left. The opponent has 2 mana left. Why don't we block here now, right? Like, do we need to wait? Do we need to wait? What's the punish to this? With 2 mana, the opponent doesn't have anything that scares me? Yeah, I mean... I guess? You're still losing her, right? So you're still losing her at the end of the turn? I guess unless you have another freeze? So the one way that the opponent kills this is if they have another freeze. And if they have another freeze, we can actually play the Camphor. So we will lose the Naganeka, but the opponent will lose the Ashe. And I think that's a good trade for us. Because what they could have is that they could have another Brittle. If they have another Brittle, they can actually stop this. So at this point, we just play Camphor. I think at this point, we play Camphor. Because we have the second Darkin Ballista in our hand, we know that we'll be able to just kill this Ashe, even if the opponent freezes this. So this is gonna strike. Ashe dies. We open attack with the Wounded Wifeflame. Pull the Sejuani, and the opponent's gonna have to have a freeze for the Wounded Wifeflame. Do we ever like? Is this the open? This is their third. This is their 5th champion. This is their 5th champion. They're gonna have to freeze this. They're gonna have to freeze this. I guess they recall it. And you know what we can do now? We can actually go for lethal. Force the opponent to have double the freezes. So now the opponent's gonna have to have double the freezes, right? Because they have to go through the spell shield. So that's one recall. I guess they could have a deny. But even if they have the deny, this guy stays alive. No, because if they have the deny, now I have the Brutal Skirmish. So now I have the Brutal Skirmish, so even if the opponent has the deny, we still have a way to kill it. And that's not enough. Yeah, the spell shields just made their life a lot more difficult than they expected. I think, again, you have to be killing that set. Focusing on killing those 2 sets is what won us this game. Nullify, yeah, so then we go Brutal Skirmish here. We go like this, and that's still 8. There we go. GG's. They would have survived. They would have actually survived, but my Camphor stays alive, and we can just replay everything. And we have a Naganeka and a Horasi in our hand that we could play. So, yeah. In this match, we're going against Teemo and Tristana. So we're going against the Noxus variant of Bando City. That's a great draw. I like the Shepherd as well. So I like the Saga Seeker plus the Shepherd. It's a nice way to get the Saga Seeker started. Since we are... Okay, so if we want to... We can play around Pythos. We can play around Pythos here by going for the Saga Seeker first. And if the opponent tries to Pythos now or Group Shot, we'll have the Pale Cascade available for us. Is there a world where we ever Pale Cascade first? Like, is there a world where we actually Pale Cascade here? Maybe it was actually correct. I don't know. It's close. It's close. Opponent is not showing us that they have the Group Shot anyway, so we can go here. Okay, this is a great draw because now the Pythos is gonna be a lot more difficult for them to get here, and they're gonna have to start blocking this guy. Yeah, they could have Pythos for this instead. Well, this kind of sucks though. I guess this does kind of suck here, because I kind of wanna. Think I'm gonna draw.
To death I go.
Oh dear.
Just attack with both units. We have Pale Cascade. Getting Pantheon is huge. So we have Pale Cascade. Do we Pale Cascade now, or do we just Budo Skirmish the Commando? I'm kind of down to Budo Skirmish the Commando. I guess I should probably save this for Tristana though. We could also just Budo Skirmish the Mayor.
I should make a speech.
I think the Commando is probably better though. I think the Commando is probably better. We Budo Skirmish this too. We're not taking any damage here, even if the opponent has like a... Because we're going against the Noxus, so even if they have the 2 damage buff, it's not enough, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, even if they have the 2 damage buff, it's not enough. Because I have the tough. And now it gives me a reason to use Guiding Touch on my unit next turn. We can go Pantheon and have Guiding Touch. So if the opponent develops here, we have a great blocker with Pantheon. And we have the Guiding Touch on this guy. Okay, so the opponent is not allowed to attack with Tristana now. So the opponent is not allowed to attack with Tristana here.
I'm Tristana, and I take point.
I'm gonna pass and just let them do whatever. There's no way they attack here, right? It's tempting. Like, the downside here is that if I want to block Tristana, I'm gonna have to commit the Pale. I have to let them pass. So I have to let them pass. Unfortunately, it does mean that our Camphor doesn't get there just yet. We could go here.
I hope that was mud.
And maybe we Pale Cascade, or do we just Horasi? The only downside is that Tristana stays alive, right? So next time the opponent is still having the big Tristana to attack us with. Because we don't... Okay, never mind. We get the Furious Wielder. We're good gamers. So we're good gamers. We get the Furious Wielder. We beat...
Someday, these young scouts could be Vandalwood gunners. Scouts wear helmets. Gunners
We can beat a
carry guns.
Fervor. Do I want them to continue getting value from this Tristana? They're going to be replacing... I think they're replacing good units. If they want to continue... If they want to focus on this Tristana, I think they're replacing very good units. So I don't think it's necessary. I think we just go like this. I guess we can do it after the fact now, and we should be okay. Why is the opponent keeping that Tristana back? Like, is that really worth saving? We beat... we beat a Fervor. So we beat a Fervor and Pantheon levels up next turn, and the Camphor is enabled. Okay, so, I mean, sure, I'm just gonna play it again, right? Like, don't I just play this again? At most, you can only get 1 more value from Tristana. I mean, the Combat Cube is a really good card to get, I suppose.
Fighting food and cooking evil.
And now you gotta hope that I don't get the lifesteal, right? Now you gotta hope that I don't get the lifesteal from Pantheon. We should have done it on Pantheon, by the way, to trigger the Faded. I forgot that I had an equipment on the Pantheon. They have the Darkin Lodestone. Oh, that's even better. So we can go Samira,
Making heads turn.
and we're just gonna trade with everything that the opponent has. Question is, do we actually still play the Camphor? I think we do. I think the Camphor is just so good here.
I should make a speech.
We can play Camphor.
Oh wow, his mustache is himself.
We have Challenger. I'm actually gonna give... Let's give this the Challenger. Just so that I can beat a Fervor.
We cry out, no more gods, no more demons.
We could potentially get Challenger with this Pantheon as well. And there you go. We get it.
should be fun.
So we don't have the problem is that we don't have access to the thing, to the quick attack, right? So we're gonna have to go here. I guess let's put it on this guy instead. We'll go here and we'll go here. I guess I want to just start pushing the overwhelm damage. We have lethal. 2, 3, 4. No, we don't have lethal. We're close. We're close, but we don't have lethal. Yeah, we don't have lethal. It's very close, though. We had lethal. No, because no. 1, 2. They have enough brash blockers. I was trying to think. We have the brash, but that's not gonna matter. Oh, but we have the fearsome. No, we can't pull the fear. We only have 2 challengers. If we had a way to either like pull everything, that would have been fine. So which one are you killing? You're killing the Saga Seeker? You're killing the Pantheon? Okay. I think Pantheon did his job. This camper is gonna finish the game for us. Pantheon did his job, I think. We have Horasi. Opponent just lost their mayors. The Fishawak is fine. Wounded Wifling is great. Unless the opponent gets the elusive here, the elusive fish, the double attack shouldn't be enough because the overwhelm is on a small unit. So it has to be the elusive fish for us to feel scared. Okay, we're just gonna get a Wifling. The funny thing is that if we get another Pantheon, opponent now gets punished. So if we get another Pantheon, opponent now actually gets punished. Because we can get potentially like elusive and everything else, right? And let's go like this. I think we survived this. This is only 8. So this is only 8 and we have overwhelm next turn. We're chilling. So this is 8, 9. And we just go like this. Okay, we can even block here. I guess if the opponent has another of the 2/2, if the opponent has another, let's say the opponent has another Brothers Bond, that's gonna be -4. I go down to 3, but I have the Guiding Touch to beat the Fervor. Doesn't have it. We get the Flare. We have double overwhelm. We're chilling. Yeah, I mean, we're fine, right? Doesn't even matter how we do this. We can pull the 1 health unit. Okay. So we can pull the 1 health unit. Pull the other one. We go like this. That's game. It's game no matter what, right? We have Spell Shield, Overwhelm. We have those 2 units with Overwhelm. Opponent couldn't get there. It was really weird that it didn't attack with the Tristana that one turn. And just attack with the 4/1, which we were gonna be able to block with the Blaze Squire, right? Like I think as an aggressive deck like that, you have to just go all in and just ignore, like force me to have the trades. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Lurk. Oh, we don't like. This is rough. That's all I gotta say. This is rough. But this hand is actually kind of amazing. Wait a second. This hand is actually kind of amazing. The Wounded Wifling is exactly what we're looking for here, by the way. So we'll let this go. So I actually think, right, we want to play the Saga Seeker. Because if the opponent plays a Snapjaw here, we can answer with Pale Cascade. So the Lunari Cultist is tempting, but I think playing this is better because we have access to, again, the Pale Cascade. The opponent didn't play anything. I'm debating whether I need to slow this level up down. I think now we just go here, right? Now we just go here. I played around the Snapjaw, opponent didn't have it. let's just get our trigger and just chill. We can play Luminary Cultist and have Pale Cascade to be able to block both of these units. We'll sacrifice our Saga Seeker, but we'll have the Pale Cascade, and then next turn... There's no way, right? So I guess I just Pale Cascade here instead and just keep my Luminary Cultist and also keep my big unit now. So I get to keep the best of both worlds here now. Only downside is that this is definitely gonna die, right? This is definitely gonna die, which makes me think that I should have this Wounded White Flame on the field to begin with. Just make the... I think I need to start making this Wounded White Flame as big as possible. So we can give it a Darking Ballista. Death from below, okay. It's gonna be... We're gonna have to just kill that pike, right? We're gonna have to kill that pike with our Whirling Death, and that should be able to level up a Pantheon on the next attack turn. I think taking out this Death from below now instead of on Pantheon ends up being good for us too. Camphor is about to be enabled as well. So we have the Whirling Death. It doesn't have to be Whirling Death. We could always go Shepherd, but I think it's just going to be the Whirling Death. Especially now. Opponent has one out here. They could have a second pike. They could have a Bone Skewer. So they could have a Bone Skewer here. And that will actually be really nice for them. Do we put them on having the Bone Skewer? Still probably better to do it though, right? I think we still probably force them to have the Bone Skewer. So the Bone Skewer has to be a second pike. They need to have a second pike in their hand. And they will have to I feel like it's more likely for them to send that second pike to their deck than it is for them to have the second pike in their hand. Right? I think that's a better chance for them to have done that. Here, there's one problem with Pantheon. I guess we could play the Pantheon. We could play this Pantheon and just start getting him bigger with the thing here. Opponent also predicted away whatever they put back in their deck when they played this Cersei Collar last turn. So like, I don't get it. Why play that Cersei Collar? Let's go for the Lodestone. It gives me the extra health. We get the Pantheon level up, and we still have access to a gem to give Pantheon the Faded again. Because I think at this point, if we get this Pantheon as big as possible, we should be okay. We get Lifesteal, Quick Attack. Oh, well, yeah, the Lifesteal, Brash, Tough. Overall, yeah, this is a pretty crazy Pantheon. So we go like this. Again, just trigger the Faded one more time. Go here. This dragon is also pretty big as an 8/7. Next turn, we can always give it the Wandering Shepherd. See if we get a better keyword for Pantheon. Okay, so they decide to go ahead and kill the... try to lower the health on this guy. We also got this... We have Barrier Steel, right? So we have Barrier Steel, so we can just block it for free. Imagine if, like, the Lifesteal just completely won the game here, right? So now that we have the level of Pantheon, and that these two units are so big, I don't see how we lose. We even have the Furious Will there. I think let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and transfer the keyword, see if we get a better keyword here. We could also just do it here instead. Nah, I think we sacrifice this Wounded White Flame. Oh, look at that. So we get the Scout now. We have the Furious Will there. Nothing that the opponent has really matters to us. We have the Quick Attack for next turn. We can even just block here. Let them push the 8. We're gonna heal it back up next turn. Like, I don't need to play this Furious Will there right now either. That's the crazy part. So we trigger the Faded with the gem. Attack with my Scout. We have Spell Shield. We have Quick Attack. Lifesteal. The Spell Shield and Quick Attack is a very good combo. Because the opponent really cannot get this anywhere to like a lower HP. Even if the opponent has like a double pike, I don't think he actually even kills us, does it? And then we just go here again and we just get there. Attack with everything because why not? Actually, I guess we needed to attack with everything to have lethal, huh? Yeah, we needed to attack with everything to actually have it stack lethal, so GG's. Pantheon comes down leveled up. I think it was important though, as you saw, that I actually played Pantheon when Pantheon was only at 4 out of 5. That way I can play one thing on Pantheon himself, trigger his Faded and level up, and once he leveled up, the Faded got reset, so I was able to trigger Faded twice in one turn, and that allowed my Pantheon to get as big as it did, as fast as it did, which I think was very important for us to be able to defend against anything that they might have against us. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Jinx Samira. Ooh. They're very aggressive. They are very, very aggressive. Okay, having our own Samira, though, is really nice. The question is, we need the blockers. Having our own Samira is nice. I like the Guiding Touch, I like the Samira. The Lunatic Cultist is amazing. So our own Samira is really nice. It does lose to a Mystic Shot, though, right? If the opponent has a Mystic Shot that can kill Samira, that's what, 3, 4? That's gonna be 4 damage. I think I pass. I think I start with the pass, right? I think I start with the pass. I think I start with the pass. Pretend that I don't have anything. Have them tap out a Mystic. Okay, they don't tap out a Mystic, so I guess now we go ahead and play for the Lunatic Cultist. So that's gonna be another set of... It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. 4-7. Do I take this 7 and just block the 1? How crazy is this? How crazy is it for me to just block like this and just take this 9, this 7? I'm gonna say not crazy enough. I'm gonna say not. I'm gonna say that it's not crazy enough. I might come to regret taking that extra 4 damage, but I value this blocker. I value this blocker a lot, which the opponent just killed anyways. I think we heal it because that blocker is gonna be more useful later in the end. So they did have the Mystic, right? They did have the Mystic last time. That's why they played it that way. The problem here is that I'm still in a really bad spot. I'm still in a really bad spot where the Jinx is going to be a big deal. We can trade with the Some Dredger by giving my... Like, we can give Samira the Darkin Ballista. I think I'm passing. I think I'm passing because if the opponent doesn't want to play anything, then that probably tells me that they have access to, like, a Jinx. We can always play the Pantheon here. And now the opponent has a pretty bad attack. And the Pantheon is going to get bigger and bigger every turn. Okay. This is going to be sacrificed no matter what. This is going to potentially die. We have the Brutal Skirmish for a strike. I think we keep this because the Brutal Skirmish is really nice. So, Vision, I guess. Okay. So we can block here, Brutal Skirmish this guy, and we take 0 damage. I guess if the opponent has a second Mystic, they kill my Pantheon. Vision. So they kill Samira, and I just have to, as long as I put the equipment on this, I can kill against, right? As long as I put the equipment on the Pantheon, I can kill the Jinx, because we'll have the Furious Wielder, and we also have the Challenger from the Flare. So we just go here. We have one more Guiding Touch as well. His Pantheon is about to level up. Opponent goes for Samira. I think we go ahead and just take this Flare and just challenge Samira. Again, knowing that we can beat the Jinx, right? The only downside is that the opponent plays Jinx here. They don't have enough to play Jinx and Flare, so they cannot level up Jinx this turn. They don't have enough to play both the Jinx and the Flare. So they can only play one or the other. They play the Jinx. We go ahead for the Furious Wielder, and we're chilling now. So now the opponent's just top decking. Alright. There's no way they get a second Jinx, right? Surely they don't get a second Jinx. Surely they don't get a second Jinx here. Okay. That's not a second Jinx. We can go like this. Give this Spell Shield.
Are you ready to
and get another blocker. So having 2 blockers is better than having 1. And Pantheon levels up, and if we get lifesteal, we just win the game. Surely we get lifesteal, right? And there we go. Lifesteal, Brash, Tough, Challenger, and Quick Attack. I cannot complain. And that's the game. Woo, alright. I cannot complain. Sometimes Pantheon just wins it again with the rolls, right? So GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those games of Pantheon Samira. Those 5 games that you saw today were all that we played with this deck. We went 5-0. And I don't think there was a single game today that I really felt like I was in a position where I was going to lose. This deck is really, really strong if you know how to play correctly. And I think there's not a lot of decks right now that can kind of punish the things that this deck can do, especially when you can level up Pantheon and just make these units as big as possible. Like you even get access to like spell shields between your, where is it? Do I? No. Oh, there we go. I was like, do I not put the spell shield? I'm pretty sure I do. Between your Spans Protection and your Eula, and obviously Pantheon just getting spell shield, you get access to spell shield as well, and Camphor even gives you spell shield as well. That it makes it really difficult for opponents to be able to kill your champions and your units. As you saw, heck, even against the Ashe player, how accurate we made it for their freezes, because we ended up having all these units with spell shield on the field all at once. So very good, deck. And again, I recommend you think of playing this weekend in the Runeterra Open, or think of a way on how you actually gonna go ahead and beat this deck, because I do think it's gonna be very present in a lot of the games that you're gonna run into the tournament. Now, in terms of mulligan, you definitely want to focus on getting your Pantheon level up triggers, right? So you're trying to get your Pantheon level up triggers, and the way to do that is to keep some of your early units. So we're looking for stuff like Saga Seeker, Lunari Cultist, Samira, and Wounded Wifeflame. Those are the units that I want to have early on. We have enough things like the Darkin Ballista that we can, and the Darkin Lowstone as well. We have enough equipments that I know that if I keep at least 1 or 2 of these early units, I'll be able to start targeting them every turn to actually get to the Pantheon level up. So again, Saga Seeker, Cultist, Samira, and Wounded Wifeflame. The best curve that you can get is Samira into Wounded Wifeflame, especially if you have the attack token on 3, because you can go Samira on 2, Wounded Wifeflame on 3, and just put the Challenger in the Wounded Wifeflame to pull the opponent's blocker away. But the downside with that is that you're not getting your first trigger to a Pantheon level up until turn 3. So that way, that method is nice to be able to keep the opponent's board small and get the challenge and get your Fury trigger, your Wounded Wifeflame, etc. But it does slow down your Pantheon level up just slightly. The other side that you can start with that can let you level up Pantheon really easily is if you get Saga Seeker or Lunari Cultist. Either one of these units probably has a good chance of you being able to trigger your Faded by turn 2. Because if you do Saga Seeker on turn 2, you can go by Darkin Ballista or Darkin Lowstone on the Saga Seeker and you trigger your Faded. If you play Lunari Cultist, you can just go ahead and put that gem on her right away on turn 2, and you can trigger you can trigger another Faded. You can trigger the Pantheon level up that way, right? So you have 2 ways, right? You can start your Faded triggers on turn 3 with the Samira plus Wounded Wifeflame, or you can start your Pantheon triggers on turn 2 with the Saga Seeker Lunari Cultist in combination with any one of your equipments, especially your Darkin Ballista. I do think the Darkin Ballista is a consideration to keep as well. So let's look at the mulligan again, right? I'm looking for these 4 units. If I see that I have at least 1 or 2 of those units, I'll keep the Darkin Ballista. Because now I know that if I have the Darkin Ballista and also the Darkin Lowstone as well, so I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 units. First of all, if you don't have any units, you mulligan everything. But if you already have 1 or 2 of these 4 units that I talked about, then you look to keep your equipment, which is Darkin Ballista and Lowstone. Those are the second priorities of things that you want to keep, because this equipment will enable your Spans Protection, your Furious Wielder, right? Which are 2 really important cards for you to have in this deck. And they also count in general as a trigger towards your Pantheon level up. So it's pretty nice in that regard. So again, you're looking for a cheap unit first, and then you're looking for your equipment second to kind of combine with these units. The rest of the cards you can just kind of draw them as the game goes on. If you already have a really good hand, like if I start with like Lunari Cultist and a Darkin Ballista, then I might actually consider keeping the Pantheon, because I know that the Lunari Cultist because she gets 2 gems, with Lunatic Cultist and the Darkin Ballista, I can already get 3 out of 5 of the way through the Pantheon level up. So I know that keeping Pantheon is okay because I'll be able to level up Pantheon right away by turn 5. But that's very rare. Like, you have to understand if you have a good enough hand to level up Pantheon earlier, where the Pantheon is worth keeping early or not. Because you don't want to be stuck with 2 Pantheons in your hand if you don't have a way to actually level up Pantheon. So the only way I keep this, if I have exactly Lunatic Cultist plus Darkin Ballista, or if I have something like Samira plus an equipment as well. So yeah. In terms of strategies, again, you're kind of just going for the Pantheon level up, but in the meantime, you can just win games because your Wounded White Flame and potentially your Saga Seeker could be a lot bigger than the opponent can actually deal with. So you're just trying to take a lot of good trades. The Samira with the Challenger lets you do that. Just slowly whittle down the opponent's board, and if you get one of these 2 big units, you can potentially win by giving them Overwhelm with the Eula, or eventually by having the Camphor also kind of give Overwhelm and pull some of the opponent's weaker units away, right? But most of the times you are going to go win through Pantheon. That is why we play Guiding Touch and Pale Cascade as additional kind of cycle cards, so that we can actually get closer to that Pantheon level of condition. You actually kind of you can actually win games sometimes by summoning Naganeka, by the way, so don't be scared of summoning her on the field. She's really good at removing some of the opponent's key units, especially if you buff her, and because she has so much health, she gets to survive usually 2 turns, right, before she ends up dying. So don't be afraid to summon the Naganeka if you don't get the Pantheon as a way to actually finish in the game. But once you get your Pantheon level up through the early into the early game and early to mid game, then after you get your Pantheon level up, that's when you transition to bringing your Pantheon down into the field, trying to buff him up with Faded as much as possible, and then you can try to look for lethal depending on what keywords you ended up getting on Pantheon. So again, build your early board presence first while leveling out your Pantheon, and then drop down Pantheon and Camphor and try to find lethal that way. If that's not enough, then that's when we transition to your Naganeka and even your Horasi to give you the support that you need to finish up the game. So yeah, that's it for me for today. This deck is great. I recommend you trying this out because it's going to be a very popular deck. If you like this content, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. And yes, maybe you noticed, but after like 2 months of not getting a haircut, I finally got a haircut. Look at this. Just in time for me to go to vacation to Dominican Republic. So if you're watching this video on the 11th, I'm chilling at the beach in Dominican Republic in vacation with a fresh new haircut. So yeah, hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all again tomorrow with another video on Legends of Runeterra.